How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is a timeless classic that has transformed the lives of millions since its publication in 1936. Carnegie, a pioneer in the field of self-improvement, offers practical advice on how to connect with others, build lasting relationships, and influence people in a positive way. The book begins with the fundamental techniques in handling people. Carnegie emphasizes the importance of not criticizing, condemning, or complaining. He writes, "Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving." This principle is illustrated through the story of Abraham Lincoln, who, after being criticized for his decisions during the Civil War, chose to respond with empathy and understanding rather than anger. Carnegie also highlights the power of appreciation and honest praise. He shares the story of Charles Schwab, a steel magnate who attributed his success to his ability to make others feel important. Schwab once said, "I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people the greatest asset I possess, and the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement." This principle is further reinforced by the story of a young boy who transformed his behavior after receiving genuine praise from his teacher. In the section on making people like you, Carnegie provides 6 principles that can help anyone become more likable. One of the most powerful principles is to become genuinely interested in other people. Carnegie writes, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." He illustrates this with the story of Theodore Roosevelt, who made it a point to remember the names and interests of everyone he met, making them feel valued and appreciated. Another key principle is to smile. Carnegie explains that a simple smile can go a long way in making a positive impression. He shares the story of a man who transformed his business by simply smiling at his customers, creating a welcoming and friendly atmosphere that kept them coming back. Carnegie also emphasizes the importance of remembering people's names. He writes, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language." This principle is illustrated through the story of Jim Farley, a politician who built his career by remembering the names of thousands of people he met, making each one feel special and valued. In the section on winning people to your way of thinking, Carnegie provides 12 principles that can help anyone become more persuasive. One of the most important principles is to avoid arguments. Carnegie writes, "The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it." He shares the story of Benjamin Franklin, who, after realizing that arguing only made him enemies, decided to adopt a more diplomatic approach, leading to greater success in his career. Another key principle is to show respect for the other person's opinions. Carnegie explains that even if you disagree with someone, it's important to acknowledge their perspective and avoid telling them they are wrong. He illustrates this with the story of a businessman who successfully negotiated a deal by showing respect for the other party's viewpoint, leading to a mutually beneficial agreement. Carnegie also highlights the power of admitting your mistakes. He writes, "If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically." This principle is illustrated through the story of a manager who diffused a tense situation with an employee by admitting his own mistake, leading to a stronger and more trusting relationship. In the section on becoming a leader, Carnegie provides 9 principles that can help anyone become a more effective leader. One of the most powerful principles is to begin with praise and honest appreciation. Carnegie writes, "Beginning with praise is like the dentist who begins his work with Novocaine. The patient still gets a drilling, but the Novocaine is pain-killing." He shares the story of a factory manager who successfully improved employee performance by starting with praise before addressing areas for improvement. Another key principle is to call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Carnegie explains that pointing out mistakes directly can make people defensive and resistant to change. He illustrates this with the story of a supervisor who used indirect suggestions to help an employee improve, leading to better results and a more positive relationship. As you reflect on the ideas presented in How to Win Friends and Influence People, consider how these principles have shaped your own interactions with others. Have you been quick to criticize, or have you shown appreciation and understanding? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about the power of Carnegie's principles, I highly recommend reading or listening to the full book. The insights and examples provided by Carnegie are truly inspiring and can help you build stronger relationships and become more influential in all areas of life. The links to the full audiobook and the book are in the description. In my personal reflection, I found How to Win Friends and Influence People to be incredibly impactful. One quote that really resonated with me was, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." This idea made me realize that my focus had often been on trying to impress others, rather than genuinely connecting with them. By shifting my approach and showing genuine interest in others, I've been able to build more meaningful and lasting relationships. Another powerful moment in the book was when Carnegie discussed the importance of admitting your mistakes. He writes, "If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically." This idea has motivated me to take responsibility for my actions and be more open about my mistakes, leading to greater trust and respect in my relationships. Overall, How to Win Friends and Influence People has been a game changer for me, and I believe it can be for you too. If you haven't already, I encourage you to read or listen to the full book. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting book summaries. If you have any suggestions for books you'd like to see summarized, let us know in the comments.